How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad. Not bad at
Good.
all. Just ooh, happy I'm inside and warm. I'm here in Nashville, Tennessee. This is Lightning 100's Lieutenant Dan. We're talking to Gracie Abrams.
Funny how you feel like we would ever talk again. How could you think I'd be your friend?
Gracie, are you in the Southern California area?
I am. I am currently at home with my whole family.
Okay. How
Yeah.
now? How is that going?
It's honestly, it's been the luckiest version I think possible. We all like each other just fine, so it's good. We're hanging in for sure. How about you?
Not bad at all. You know, some areas where I am, we had snow. They woke up to snow this morning. Not in my neighborhood.
Oh,
So
is
I,
that
I
good or
know.
bad?
I mean, for me, it's exciting because it doesn't
Okay.
snow that often here in Nashville, Tennessee.
I was gonna say
Um,
I'm very jealous. I love snow more than myself, so
right? Yeah, I know. I miss it. As a kid, I had some of the great memories I think you have is are connected to snow.
yeah.
Um, certainly for me. So Gracie Abrams hanging out with us here. We've got some performances we're going to get to play from her. And of course, we've been playing her a whole lot on Lightning 100. I was looking at a playlist you put together, Gracie, and I thought it was cool. There's a song on there by an artist named Shivaree. The song's called Goodnight Moon.
Yeah.
And like, I had forgotten about that song. It's so great.
That's crazy that you say that because I also had forgotten about that song and I was driving uh just like home the other day and I was like singing this. I was like singing this melody. I was like, what is this? And I remember my dad had like played it for me on the way to school, like for like I don't know. I really, my memory is so foggy, so I can't remember, but I remember when he was playing it, I was like, what is this eerie feeling? Like this song is so bizarre and it stuck with me. And then I ended up digging it up. Like I realized what the melody was and I found it and I was like so thrilled. But how crazy is that song?
I know. Isn't that kind of a fun thing, getting to put together a playlist and share it with people? I mean, it's similar to what we do here as, presenter on the radio, where I get to put together songs and play them for listeners. It's a
It's
fun thing.
addicting. It's literally the greatest feeling in the world. I like never want to stop.
That's it. Your playlist is great. It's very
Thank you.
diverse. I mean,
Yeah.
it covers all genres, which kind of one of the things, I think people have realized where, back in the day, they tried to be like, oh, this person likes this genre and this person
Right.
likes this genre.
Right. Right.
And it's really representative of all kinds of music. And I love that your second song on there was off the new Strokes record that came out last year. Which
I can't believe
so
that
good.
record. I can't believe that record. I mean, yeah, they're just geniuses. It's really wild. Like people are capable of making music that good.
Speaking of people capable of making great music, of course, the Beatles are the best, and you have a song on there. And also recently, you did a cover of Golden Slumbers, which I love your take on it.
Thank you.
How did you get turned on to that song?
I've always loved that song. It just is, it like really is a lullaby, and like I was it thing that we ended up recording it, but I was with my collaborator and boyfriend, and we had pulled up this like really nice piano sound in the studio, and I just started playing it, and we just decided to record it because I missed posting on SoundCloud because that was my like intro to putting anything on the internet ever, and so yeah, I thought, why not?
Well, when you finally did put your music out there, it's been incredibly well received.
Thank you.
And you put tour dates up that sold out immediately. Obviously, everything has not gone to plan since things have been canceled or rescheduled,
Indeed.
pushed back.
Yeah.
I saw in October you have May dates in Europe, which I don't know if those things look right. Yeah.
Like who knows, honestly. I can't wait till it's for sure safe and right, and I like, it's obviously my dream to play shows, and I can't wait till that's a possibility. But until then, it's like I hold very little anger for plans being up in the air right now, because I think it's just about keeping people safe at this point.
For sure. That's why I was broadcasting from home instead of going into the radio station.
There you go.
Finished my air
gotta
shift
do.
and recording a Zoom here with Gracie Abrams. Speaking of Europe, though, I was wondering, have you had a chance to do any traveling there? Is there a spot that you've been to?
I've been to London and I love it so much. It weirdly feels so homey to me. Like I feel very comfortable immediately when I'm there, and that was the last trip that I got to take for work before everything crumbled beneath our feet. And so I have been thinking about that. I was supposed to play my first live show ever at St. Pancras Old Church in London, and obviously that didn't happen, but I, as a result of that being planned in the first place, was spending a lot of my time initially thinking about shows, very specifically thinking about London. And so, I really can't wait to get back there, but, fingers crossed it's in the nearish future.
I know, just everyone just has to be patient right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I imagine you would enjoy a tour of Abbey Road Studios if you could get it.
I would lose it. I'd probably throw up or something else. I'll let you know.
Got Gracie Abrams here with us. If you take a look at her Instagram, don't do it hungry. I hadn't eaten lunch yet, and I was scrolling through, and it was really hard to do. And I was curious, like, who gets the credit for all this wonderful food that I kept running across? Do you like to bake at all?
I'm like, it's me. Let me tell you. No, yeah, I bake all the time. I actually have plans after this it's my little brother's 15th birthday in 2 days, so I'm baking his cake, and I'm gonna practice that today. So I bake a lot. I honestly, I realized, I think after doing some like psychoanalysis on myself, that the cooking and baking this year kind of like was my version of exercising any control that I could over anything. I was like, I know how many tablespoons are going in this bowl, and so like I win. I don't know. Like it was just like that kind of was my perspective. So yeah, but I've loved it. And obviously my family has benefited. So it works both ways.
Yeah. It's one of the things that you have to wonder, like, what are the side effects of a pandemic? And, cookbooks. I mean, we're going to have a Gracie Abrams cookbook in 5 years.
Maybe that's in the cards. Who knows?
It'll have like, it'll tell you, okay, put on this record while
that's smart.
You start cooking.
That's a great idea. Like playlists for each recipe.
Yes.
All right. I see you.
I'm ready for it. Now we are here in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's a town where there's a lot of songwriting. People not necessarily even writing songs for themselves or writing songs for other people. There's tons of co-writing here. Have you done any of that? Have you done any co-writing?
I have. I have for sure, and have loved it when I've done it, and have grown, personally every time I've had the opportunity. And I'm still kind of like working on my confidence in getting in rooms with people that I don't know very well in co-writing, because my like songwriting history is very much like based in and doing it as alone as I possibly could, because of how kind of like personal it was and how personal it felt. So I have loved collaborating with the people that I've gotten to, and Sarah Aarons is a songwriter that I've worked with a bunch, who's a really close friend and just like a genius, and Tobias Jesso Jr. I most recently wrote with on my song Brushfire that I put out last month, and people here and there, and it's just cool to watch other people write music, because I feel so inspired by, I spend hours and hours all the time going back and listening to every interview from every artist I've ever loved, talking about why and when they wrote X song. So I being able to like see it up close is probably the most intimidating thing I've ever gone through in my life, but also like the most unbelievable.
Wow, that's really cool. I saw a photo of I imagine one of your heroes. It's one of, I feel like, everyone's heroes, holding a photo of your album cover, and it was Taylor Swift.
Oh, that was edited heavily, but yes.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, edited heavy. That's why I love the internet, because because it plays games with you and then it keeps you on your toes. So you're like, what is this? No, yeah, I'm like obsessed with her, but there's that picture is
I
definitely
get it
not
now.
for
So
me.
now I get the comment. It was like manifesting, totally manifesting, right?
Oh yeah. That was me like, please one day. But she did send me a cardigan when she released her single. So that was like a wild situation. But who knows? Maybe one day she'll hold one of my records.
We'll be cheering you on for sure. Well, I mean, she's just incredible. I mean, recently here in Nashville, we saw her, not just sell out an arena, but sell out a stadium. I mean, it's really impressive and has kind of conquered every genre that she's full with. And we've been playing her here on Lightning 100 for the first time. She put out a record that really fit our station.
Yeah, I think she like raised me, so I owe her everything.
Speaking of raising, you've got 2 dogs that you've raised. Or what kind of pups do you have?
So my family has 2 dogs, and I actually just recently got a puppy, and so we have 3 now in the house. Simon and Rosie are our family dogs, and Weenie is my dog, and they are everything to me, and I have definitely gotten a very like up close experience of like animal therapy. I felt very comforted by the presence of animals during this year, and so it's been very emotionally helpful for sure.
What kind of dog is Weenie?
Okay, so Weenie was I was told when I rescued him that he was a dachshund, but he actually is not. So his name is Weenie now, but he's a lab mix with like some corgi situation. He's got a lot going on, but he's perfect just the way he is. He's perfect.
That's awesome. I say that's probably another side effect of the pandemic. People being at home, working from home, you can deal with a puppy. You're there to actually deal with it because it's a lot to deal with.
It is so much. Like no one told me. No one told me how much it was, but it's a lot. But it's also like the greatest. I feel it's fun, like knowing that you are their person. It's amazing.
Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us here, and excited to play these songs that you've been doing. Spent a lot of time recording in the bedroom.
Yes,
and
yes, sir.
We're grateful for it. Gracie Abrams, thank you. You've been sounding great on the radio station. We can't wait to get you to Nashville.
I can't wait. Thank you so much for
concert.
supporting the music and for taking the time today. It really means everything. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks to Gracie Abrams.
Pictures of the old us got me feeling older. Just thought you should know I never wanted closure, but you had no problem leaving. Now I'm the one to feel it. I just can't believe you don't know what I'm feeling. Guess you got the best of this. Picking up the pieces, you just wanna leave them, killing me a little bit. And I hate the way you love me, and I hate that I still care. Funny how you feel like we would ever talk again. How could you think I'd be your friend? I'm sure you're doing fine, but I don't wanna hear it. And if I left my t-shirt, you can keep it. I don't wanna see you again if it's different, 'cause I only see all the things that I'm missing. And I should've cut all the ties, but I didn't let go. I just can't believe you don't know what I'm feeling. You got the best of this. Picking up the pieces, you just wanna leave them, killing feel it. I just can't believe you don't know what I'm feeling. You got the best of this. Picking up the pieces, you just wanna leave them, killing me a little bit. And I hate the way you love me, and I hate that I still care. It's so funny how you feel like we would ever talk again. How could you